Hello, Teaquilters. Let's see. Today is we're crooked, first of all. Today is Saturday, May 9th, 2026, and it is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time where I come live and do Teaquilts live sewing chats on Saturday. Starts at 8 p.m. for 2 hours, and then on Wednesdays I have a live chat on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we do a combination of things. Like tonight, if we have time, I might show you a few things that I bought for some prizes. I might show making a checkbook cover. But the first thing we want to do is finish, which I'm trying not to show all the instructions, is this quilt block here that I am making for my quilt guild, where it has all set-in seams. And I am working my way around doing all the set-in seams, but I do have plenty of them still, because there is, I think we said 54 pieces to this block last time when we counted. And so I have knocked out a good chunk of the seams, but there still is a lot of seams left that are still set-in seams. So that's what we are working on today. I did not come back in and sew from when I started working on this block on Wednesday, which is probably a good idea because you all get to continue to see me finish it. And yeah, so let's see who's in the chat. I'm using my stand to hold up this extra board, but maybe, let's see, maybe I can use this one. Stand it right here. Maybe I can put this, I'm dropping, that's paper, which I don't want anymore. Those are the templates. Trying to see if I can get this behind the board. And I need my little cheat sheet where I circled where I don't need to make set-in seams. So hold on a second. I got patterns over here that I never put up. So we'll just sit them right there for now and see if I can slide this over into here. I got to center it though. This is the iPad Pro. It's pretty big. All right, so there. You get a little bit more space in here. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more. So in the chat tonight, we have Sue GSD letting you all know that we have 67 days until Retreat 2026, which is July 14th through the 19th. Technically, I could probably take one more person as a single accommodation at this time. And if a double becomes available, I can refund you later. But I can probably take one more person. So let me know if you're interested in Retreat. If you're in my Teaquilts Facebook group, Teaquilts LLC, I do have the information listed in the file section. Also, we have a chartered bus trip that is July 15th. We leave about 5:30 a.m. in the morning at Mercy Center. If necessary, we will pick up in Wentzville, Missouri. And if anybody that's not attending Retreat wants to attend, I have that information also listed in the Teaquilts Facebook group. I'll try to, well, if you need it, just email me at teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com. If you're local enough that you want to attend the chartered bus trip, we're going into central, more west side of Missouri for this bus trip. We're going to try to hit 4 stores. 2 of them are in one town. One's a small town that one's a small shop that I basically just want to take you all to for the history of longworm quilting, because I think it's very interesting. And then the other shop is the one where you're going to have a whole lot of fun. So, let's see. If I missed something, let me know. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, please go ahead and do that for me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, Please subscribe to the channel as well and hit the bell so you'll receive notifications when I am live and or upload a video. I'm live again on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour. On Saturdays, I'm live for 2 hours for live sew-in chat, where I mostly sew on those days. Sometimes I might have a haul that I know it's going to be longer than an hour, so I might save it till Saturday. But most of the time on Saturday, I'm sewing unless something is going on, like I'm super tired. It's been a lot going on all day and I didn't get a chance to prep something. So I try to sew on Saturdays. Let's see. In the chat, in addition to that, let me go back to the top. It's Vivian Calvi, Delia Short, Deborah Sims Brown. I don't know. I haven't checked a whole lot of emails. I've been sending stuff and collecting data, Deborah, but I thought that I posted that I got something from you. So if that's what it's about, I do have it. Let's see, what else? I've been busy since Wednesday, guys. Sandra Odom is here. Carissa Reninger. Wanda Jamerson. Suzette Peterkin Denton. Francis Jackson. Nikki B. Quilts. Bonita Nance. Michelle the Quilter. Gesture Creative Space. Renee White. Joe Carmel, got yours in the mail too today. Thank you so much. And Sheila Willis is in the chat. Holly Duvall. Remo JS, welcome back, lady. She's been missing a few dealing with her dad, so we don't know how long she's going to be here. Sharon Lewis. And trying to get everybody. A lot of y'all are talking to each other. Phyllis G is in here. Diana Jackies, I guess, is here. I don't know how you say your last name. And that's it for right now. More people will be coming in, getting their notifications. I'm trying to think. I've been long arm quilting. I always tell you what I've been doing since the last live. I've been long arm quilting. That's the machine I've been working on. So I have not been in this room. And I decided to just leave it. I also got another sinus migraine. As soon as I get enough medicine in me, then it goes away. So I was down for a day or so. Just laying down chilling because my head felt heavy. Went to the DMV. I think that's what made my head hurt. Because it started Thursday afternoon after I had went to the DMV. It just seems like I know that there's controversy to this, but it just seems like a lot of people smell like marijuana, and smoking is one of my allergy. I have allergic reactions to smoke smell, period. Not just marijuana, but smoke in general. So it just seems like a lot more people are doing that, and everybody smells like it out in public. And there were days that I had to be out in public. I did grocery shopping, gas. It's like one day I went so many places I can't even remember where I've been. Ain't that crazy? I probably went to like Sam's to get gas. Then went to Sam's inside the store. Then been numerous trips to the post office. It's other grocery stores, because Sam's don't have everything that you need, so I had to go to other grocery stores as well. Yeah. So I've been around more people in the past few days, including the DMV was part of it too. So yeah, I just have, whenever I'm around things that I'm not around on a regular basis, it breaks through my block off meds. Like I take Flonase so that I can deal with the allergy things on a daily basis. But soon as something that's not normally in my environment enters, it goes right through the Flonase. And so I have to start taking other medications to get it out of my system. And by the time I realize it's in my system, it's going to take more than one dose to get it out. So, but at least I'm not really, really sick now, because sometimes that happens. If I don't catch it early enough, then I'll be worse. So I was kind of glad I got the headache right away instead of waiting like 2 or 3 days and then getting the headache and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. At least I knew ahead of time that it was coming. So let's see who else has come into the chat just to make sure. Joe Carmel says, my mama says, hi, Mama Carmel. I don't know if that's even her name, because that's Joe Carmel's last name, Carmel. So, no, Perkins, I'm sorry, Mama Perkins. But I wouldn't be saying that because that's not her last name. I'm sorry, Joe Carmel. I'm messing it all up. Claudette Hall's here. Photo Kevin. He popped in for a minute. Reminding folks, if you're in the chat, to go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me. I'll hit it on mine, so you can hit yours too. So thank you, Remo, for the reminder. Yes. And so then when that type of stuff happened, I was down from the rest of Thursday until like, I don't know, about 1 or 2 o'clock on Friday. And then I still had one quilt because I was in the middle of quilting a quilt that I knew I had to deliver today. So I had to finish that quilt yesterday. Then I have to do all the paperwork for all the quilts that I quilted this week. And then I even did a video recorded trying to see if I can get up a month of the May list of things that I've quilted. At least if I don't do all my projects, at least I got the quilted ones. But yeah, so and then today I did post office run again, and then I delivered quilts today. So I still got quilts that I need to do for customers. I think I still got maybe 4 or 5 more. I can't remember right now. But I'm now concentrating on, I will go back to long arm quilting, but I'm concentrating on trying to get this block completed. I forgot that I also have So Busy retreat coming up Memorial Day weekend. So we'll go that weekend for a retreat. And so I forgot that I'm the person that's in charge of gifts. And I thought I had enough stuff, but I didn't. So I had to order some stuff. I ordered a lot of stuff because I ordered door prizes for lots of things. Okay. I have Scrap Quilting Club in person. Sometimes I do a little door prize drawing. I have Scrap Quilting Club has project prizes. What else? Seems like it's something else that I'm involved in that I need stuff for. But I got some stuff. I'm not saying I got it all because I still didn't sit down and like write a list trying to figure out what I had. I'm just like, we'll just order some stuff. So that's where we are. Let's see. Sharon Lewis is saying Happy Mother's Day to everybody. So Happy Mother's Day, everyone. I'll be babysitting Jersey all day because my daughter got to work. Okay. So I'll have Jersey. I'll probably get up at 6:30 and go to her house so she doesn't have to wake her up early or get to her house. I don't know. Something like that. Either wake up at 6:30 or be at her house at 6:30 so that she doesn't have to wake Jersey up early. So then I think Jersey she does good here, but I think she does really good. Most kids do when they're in their own environment. So I can see now why most people prefer having babysitting in their homes. I never did that when I raised my daughter. I always dropped her off. But I can understand why people would want to have that as I'm doing it for a grandchild, because it's like they got their own stuff to play with too. She does good at my house, don't get me wrong, but if I bring her here and we go outside to play on the slide, she ain't gonna never want to come in the house. So I just avoid all of that by her not being here all day, because if she's here all day, I got to let Paige out to go outside. And so she's going to see it and want to be out there. And I don't have time to sit outside all day. Okay. And then I go to my sister's house. Jersey and I both will be going to my sister's house in the afternoon. So that's what I have planned for Mother's Day. Nothing major. Hi, Sean of Go Savvy. Welcome, welcome. Hi, quotes by Alicia. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I lost my screen. And my fan is on low and I'm already sweating, y'all. Hi, Sylvia Dickens. Welcome. Old School Sue. And Benita's so crazy. Talking about, that's okay. You don't have to buy me anything. I'll take anything from your stash. I guess so. I think other than like reproductions, but I have been pleasantly surprised because Kevin, the reproduction king, and he's a snob with his reproduction fabrics, has taken a piece of fabric or two out of my stash that's reproduction, and he's saying, do you know this is a reproduction? And I'm like, I just got it because it was like a light background print or something like that, or something like that, or it must have been a really good price. And he go, you mind if I have some? I'm like, you can have it if you want. I don't care. Especially when it's reproduction. It's not like I'm a crowd, but it's just something to help when I'm doing a scrap quilt. That's all. If he likes it and want to use it to focus in on something, by all means, go ahead and have at it, okay? Thanks to everyone for your kind comments. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas and those who feel in as mamas out there. You got that right, because it's a lot of folks doing that. Especially Jersey had a nerve. She slip every once in a while and call me mama. It's like, girl, I'm not your mama. All right. So I showed you all the block. I'm going to show you just a quarter of the block. This is what we're making. I have one of them made. And I have to make the other three. And on Wednesday, I had started piecing everything. And I have not come back in here. So the next step, we finished this part on Wednesday. I need to put a triangle in here. So that's the next step. Of course, set in seams. No way around it. So I'll just sit it in here. Pull the one end back. And I have marked like little crosshairs with a friction pen. Again, I don't normally use friction pens, but I'm using it this time because it's a light print and I want to make sure that it's going to come out. But I have the little crosshair to tell me where to stop sewing. So one end of this, I don't have to worry about it because I got a little circle on my diagram. Let me make sure. Yeah, I got a little circle on my diagram that says the top part of this doesn't have to be a set in the way I'm piecing it. Now, if I was piecing this the way that they're telling me to piece, every seam would be a set in seam. But don't nobody have time for that. So, yeah. So, now I've just stitched it onto this one side with a set-in seam for those that haven't watched on Wednesday. And now I'm going to flip this around. See how I stopped this 1/4 inch away? That's a 1/4 inch that's not sewed to the end. And I'm going to flip it around. I sewed it onto this light piece. And now I'm going to flip this around and sew it onto the medium teal. And then that way, and I'm pulling out the light piece that I sewed previously so that I don't stitch over it. And I'm going to start at the 1/4 inch mark. I go 2 or 3 stitches, go back, and then start. And then, hold on guys. I told y'all my sinuses are acting up, so my eyes want to now water. All right, so now we have this set-in seam. And I haven't pressed it yet, but this is what it looks like on the back. Okay, so we'll do that for all of them. And then we'll press them all at the same time, which I don't have my iron on yet. But once I sew these, then I'll read the chat while the iron heats up. I hear Paigey walking around. She's refusing to eat her dry food today. And she's acting like she's starving to death, but there's food in her dish. She's had both her meals. She'll pick out the wet food and don't want to eat the dry food. So she's on a strikeout, but she's starving to death. Ooh. Okay, back it up. So that's 2. I got this right eye trying to give me trouble. Last one. Well, it's definitely not the last set-in seam, okay? It's just the last one of this set. Pull it down. Pull this around. I've been working on retreat stuff, so I've been compiling all kinds of lists. People have been changing room assignments, so my room assignment list, I sent it out, but it's not final yet, I guess, for some people or a couple of people, because I haven't confirmed some of the changes. So, yeah, it's a lot going on. So you should have gotten an email from teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com if you're attending retreat. If you did not get that email, make sure you check your spam folders. If you still don't see it, email me at teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com, and I will make sure that I send that to you. I'm starting at the beginning, but that's okay because I know where I stopped because I can see it. Okay. Right there. So let's get this iron on. See what it looked like. It looks good. Did I press this? I pressed it down like it's going. It's like sometimes the seams will just tell you which way it wants to go. I'm going to press the 2 teal fabrics open and then press the triangle down. Let's see. Happy Mother's Day to Miss T, the mother of scrap and African quilting. Thank you, Kevin. Tell your mama I said Happy Mother's Day. So yeah, we got everybody in here tonight. Whew. It's still heating up. And I gotta cut these strings, these tails. I do not like them. Okay. There it is. Like I said, I want to press the teal seams, the two 45-degree diamonds. I want to press those open and then press the other ones down, because that's the way they want to go. So I'm just pressing them the way they want to go. I got my mic up too high. It's hitting me in the chin. All right. All right, let's cut all of these long threads that I can't stand. Sometimes you got to have them. That's that. Trying to cut the string straight into my pincushion trash catch-all. Just seems like the threads just quickly multiply. Now they're pretty. All right. So now I have this unit. I think I'm done with that. I can trash this label. I have this unit that needs two set-ins here, across the top, across this top, but two different pieces. So that's 6 more pieces because I got 3 to do. So I got all of those here, and off camera this time I put the marks on here. I drew my lines off camera, so you all didn't have to see me do that. So this one's a little bit more trickier because it didn't have like match-up edges per se. So I'm going to start where the line is, then take a couple stitches and then come back and end like that. So that's one. And then it's a whole nother piece. So it looks like this when it's pressed out. Look totally weird. Totally weird. But that's what we're doing. So line this up on the edge. And then do my stitching. And cut. This is a lot of pieces. Totally ridiculous. Let me get this long piece off. One more on this side. I just want to make sure it looks like what I got. Yep, that's right. This is right, because you could still accidentally do something the wrong way and you've done it, you know, 4 times in a row. You can still do it wrong. Just want to make sure. Don't want any surprises when I think I'm done, you know. Last one here. All right. Cut this piece off. Now, they look like this. So I'm going to put, this is what it looks like. I'm going to put one over here on all 3. And I do need to press this up, I guess, at the top. I'm not going to press it with an iron. I'm just going to use my little wood thing. Because at the top, I don't have to stop a 1/4 inch. So I want to make sure that part's really flat. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. Okay, so we want this up here. Have to make sure I get this turned right. Okay. Need to see where the top is, and we're going to stop right there. So at the top, I'm going to go all the way from the edge, but at the bottom, I want to stop 1/4 inch out, because that's a set-in seam in the other unit. All right, so now we got something that looks like this. I need to do that 2 more times. Okay. Sometimes I turn stuff. That's why I'm always checking. And I'm glad I got the little marks on here, because I can tell when my mark is not down there to stop me. I know I got it turned wrong, because it looks crazy. One more. But I want to trim these thread tails. I keep forgetting that part. And we don't want to. So we want them gone. I'm leaving right now where the machine does the thread breaks until I get the block done. This one goes over here. I have to look through my glasses so I can see where these pieces end. And all right, we start all the way off the fabric, but we stop right there. All right, cut this thread tail. All right, and I'm just going to, let's see how I press them. See, I got to add the other seams on, so I don't think I should press everywhere right now. I'll just use my wood press to press the top part up and call it a day, because the bottom part's going to need to be moved out of the way. So I'm not going to press with the heated iron yet. So we got 3 of these. It look very strange. Now we're going to be not this one, not yet. We want to sew this right here, these 2 pieces together, and they're not set in seam, so I can chain piece these. Woohoo! Look at me. I'm chain piecing. That's the nice thing for doing all of them in a row. When it is chain straight seam, you can piece them all at the same time. That's one. And now all of these are going to be set in seams to connect afterwards. That's two. And number three. And let me read the chat too. I haven't read it. And cut. And I'm going to press. So I'm going to cut the iron back on so it can heat up. Okay. Oh, it's already heated. So let me press that. It's going, I pressed these seams open for some reason. I don't know why. But that's what I did. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know why. I pressed them open. That's one. After I press, I'll read the chat. Since my iron was already heated. And number three. All right. This is what I have now. This is what we're trying to get. So I have this unit right here. Right there. So now it's time for me to add these 4 pieces. They're already sewed together. And then these 4 pieces are already sewed together. They attach onto this, but I have to sew these purple 45-degree diamonds. They have to go in here first, I think. Let me lay it out. So this is right here. Just gonna take one of these, lay it there. So yeah, I have a set-in seam on both seams, but on the edges, I don't have to have a set-in seam. So I'm just going to put them all, lay them all out. Well, lay out a set anyway on my board. And then I can sew these down here. Oh my goodness, my machine came out of the charger. It's about my one over here that I'm reading the messages on. So I'm telling you what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video from playing up here. Put that on pause. And I'm just going to read the chat. If it works, hopefully, it always takes me out of chat sometimes. But hopefully it can get some power built up that I can cut it back on. Let's see. Hi, Deborah Quilts. Welcome to the chat. And Nina. No, we're not having Scrap Club tomorrow. We're having it next week. Not tomorrow, next week. But a week from Sunday. That was Helena asking. Carol Williams is in here. Thank you. She says she has paid her rent, Have you paid your rent? Have you hit the thumbs up button? If not, hit the thumbs up button for me, please. I would really appreciate it. Hey, Sandy Agger, welcome to the chat. And T, did you cut those shapes with your... Nope, I cut them because she didn't give us any extra fabric. So I actually rotary cut, used the templates. I've been throwing them away. I use templates, yes. And as I'm using them, I'm pitching them. So, yeah. I wish. Sandy says she's having trouble with my corner flipping, so not coming out right. Help. I don't know if you're talking about from using die cuts or what. So I'm going to start sewing these set-in seams to put these two pieces together. Let me show you this real good. I got to sew this and this together and come into this. Okay? Yeah. That's what I'm doing. So, because I already got the... Oh, I've ironed them off. But I got the threads there. So I know where I'm starting and stopping. I got the threads there. I can use the threads to tell me where to stop. Ooh, Lord Jesus. I was like, my lines are gone. But I got the cross threads because remember, I'm using a friction pin. And I just pressed it. So I just turn it to the side where I can see the thread. I can see where to start and stop. It's no big deal. Ooh, boy. Okay, pull this corner out, pull that out. I do, on this seam, I do put a pin in here. I can't see. Either my glasses are dirty. I put oil in my hair and I have a feeling that oil must be smeared all over my glasses. But I've been dealing with them all day, you know. Just crazy. Got a net in here. Hold on, y'all. Trying to make sure I put this pin in the right spot. Try to be as accurate as I can. Right there. Oh, that's the problem. This one's not going to be accurate as perfect. I have a little fold in my fabric. I did not know that. I was wondering why was that so fat. But, you know, it's all right. It's all right. All right. I want to get right there. And then I want to stitch right up to my pin as close as I can. Right there. And pray. All right. See what it looks like. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I'll let you see. It's not perfect. It's this seam right here. I had a little fold in here, a little crease, so it's not perfect, but it looks good on camera, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all right. Just trying to clip some of these starting threads. And I can now clip this one. Maybe I clip some of these. They getting on my nerves. I do not like threads hanging off my blocks. That's terrible. Still got threads. It's like everywhere I look, there's just threads everywhere. All right, so that's one side. It'll do. How did I press this? I pressed the top part towards the triangle and the bottom part open. So let's do that before I forget. The top part goes towards the triangle. Let's do that to the front so that I know I'm not putting a pleat. And then the bottom part is pressed open. I guess I pressed them open so when they meet up in the 4 quadrants, you know, I wouldn't have an issue with the seams, I guess. All right. One more little press here. See, my screensaver keeps coming on whenever I'm not playing the video. It's at 14%. It was at 7. I'm going to cut the screen back on so that the screensaver stays on. Hey, Paula S., welcome to the chat. Sandy says, when you put the smaller square on the bigger square on the corner, sew on the diagonal, then flip the smaller back, I guess it's the bias is changing on me, so I lose the 1/4 at that point. A number of things. I don't do those that way. I use I don't know if I can even find it because I got all this stuff up here now. But I cut mine before I sew them with the ruler that I sell, blocking the name of it right now because it wasn't on my radar. So I don't tend to sew those, or I automatically go ahead and die cut them anyway. So I don't do snowball corners anymore when I draw a line and stitch on a line. However, if you're doing it that way, I would recommend putting pins, 2 pins on both sides of the line. And then I would sew one, like a scant to the right of that line. So a scant to the right. No, a scant to the left. I'm sorry. A scant to the left of the line to give you a little bit more room. And then that way you can flip it over before you cut it off. Check and see that it's lining up with the square. You can even line it up with the square before you cut it, and then flip it back and cut the excess pieces off. But I try not to do that. I hate that method. I really do. I clipped a little piece of my block fabric right here, but at least it's in the seam. All right, let's do the other side. We got one side done. Did I show you? I don't know. Now we're going to do the reverse. This is a reverse of this unit. If you see, I put these up here together. You can see that this is not that. So it's got to go over here. It's a reverse. All right, so first thing we got to do is sew the corner units, and I need to flip this down so I can stop at the stitching. This one still got the mark on it. Don't know why the other one didn't, but this one do. Guess I didn't press it to death. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, you did not lift the needle, when you didn't even cut. Okay. Just being real ugly. Okay. So that's that part. Flip it around. And I want to put a pin in here. Again, take those off. Okay, and I'm going to stick a pin right here so I know where to stop. Right here I have it pinned, and I'll add another one right next to it and pull that one out. Okay. That's it. Doug Lico. Thank you, Sandy. I use the Doug Lico ruler and trim beforehand. Or I die cut. It depends, because sometimes they'll have it where it'll trim off the two corners, like making like a signature block or something. The two corners diagonally. But if I need them like this unit that I'm working with right here, then I have to do the Doug Lico method. Or they'll have a die that will cut one corner, and then I got to do the other corner. And then another trick that I do, this is the trick I use the most, is whenever I sew a corner angle and I don't have, like if I'm short of fabric and I'm caring about the fabric, not wasting my fabric, making all those extra half square triangles, I'll die cut a half square triangle that uses the particular size square that I need. So say they tell me to cut a 2 7/8 inch square, sew it diagonally from corner to corner, or they'll have you cut 2 1/2 inch square, and so diagonally corner to corner. I'll cut a 2 7/8 inch half square triangle, and I'll line it up on that corner. And because the ends are chopped off, the tails or chopped off, it'll show you exactly where to line it up. I've gotten really good using my AccuQuilt. I guess I need to do some more videos. But I cheat a lot, okay? So the last thing I do is sew across the square, though. I can tell you that. It's the least accurate to me way of sewing that particular unit, because you are sewing on the bias. Still got heat. Yes, perfect. Be perfect when you don't fold a pleat, press a pleat into it. Comes out pretty good. All right, let's press this seam open. I got just a hanging piece of thread. Don't know where that come from. When I'm not in here with you all with all these extra lights that's supposed to be light, I don't know what that is. This is supposed to be a daylight bulb. I'm hot. I don't have all these lights on when I'm in here sewing by myself. I had the lights on for recording. I'm up here looking at my forehead in the screen. It is like just acting a plumb fool up there. All right. Well, looky. Here's my unit so far. All I got to do now is add a half square triangle over here. But since that's going to be a set-in seam, not a set-in seam, I can actually chain piece that. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do that part now. I'm just going to Stick it on the board. But I got 2 more to do. Okay. Sandy says that makes sense to me. Thank you. I'm glad that I was able to help that way. But I do everything I can before I do that technique. Now, I'll do that. Like, I got both sides dug Leco rulers. I can't remember. I think I can do up to like a 6-inch snowball corner. 6-inch finished. So, yeah, that's what I do. Now, if I'm trying to save fabric and all of that other kind of stuff, that's when I go and just cut the half square triangle. If I'm short, say, the fabric that I'm going to be using to do that. Okay. I'm trying to see where I'm at so I can see where I'm stopping. Right there. All right, cut that. Cut this tail while I'm looking at it. This thread tail. Oh Lord, it got tangled up. I guess I didn't hold that one good. But that's all right. We'll cut it out and pull it out. All right. And then we got to do, I'm just looking over my glasses because I have not taken them off. Oh, I did it again. It's going to be a little bit off. I'm going to go ahead and put it where it should be, but make sure it's coming through the seam. And then I pulled it all the way off my needle, my pin. Okay, it should be about right there. Yep, that's where it should be, but it'll be just a little iota off again. That first press, I did not press it right. But, you know, we make do. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. All right, I'm gonna pull this in so that I can get my 1/4 inch seam. One, two, three. Stop right before the pin. One more, okay. And then go down. All right. Alright, just trying to make sure everything's sewed in here right. Cut all these threads. And clip some of these other ones that I see hanging out. The ones I left earlier until I get ready to cross them. But they're getting on my nerves, so they gotta go now. They got to go. Alright, and I still see stray threads. Like, where they come from? We are filled with threads. We have threads everywhere. Press this center seam open that I just, and then the other one's gonna go towards the triangle, I think. But we're going to press it from the right side to make sure we're not putting that pleat back in there again. All right. All right, so we're on the other side. Woo-wee. I still got another one after this. Okay, it's kind of getting old, but it's helpful that I'm here sewing with you. Gives me some encouragement. All right, here we go. And cut. Right here, right there. That's why they seem like they're multiplying, because I have them on the other pieces, and then when I put them together, it's all one piece, and I forget that the extra strings came from another piece entirely. All right, are we? Nope, we are not there. Right here, yep, and right there. Okay, got my pin straight. Stick another pin in right beside it so I don't move that pin, and then we pin the end where we want it. You put it where you want it, it can't go anywhere else. Shut up, Kevin. Quit being mean to me. You're gonna make me cry on a live. Hurt my feelings. All right, that pin's out. One more pin. All right, let's press this one. This will be number 2. Got one more to go. One more to go. Looks good. Press it and make sure. Okay, so it's still charging, so that's good. Sandy's laughing at me. All right, one more. Woohoo! It's pretty good. I'm not hiding it from y'all. Look at them points. Yes. All right. One more. And then I'll give you a sneak peek at the block. Because I have 4 quadrants, sort of, kind of. Just missing some corners. We are not doing it like that. We got to sew from this side so I can see where I left off stitching the previous seam. So right there, right here. And I fold those seams back the other way. That's why I'm not holding on to the thread, because I'm not pulling it up all the time. I almost did it again. 1, 2, 3. That was actually 4. 1, 2, 3. We'll just go back 3. Go off. Cut. Sandy talking about those blocks are making you hot. Wait a minute. I put this on backwards. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Ugh! I'm wasting stitches. Ugh! I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. I hate backstitching when ripping when I backstitch. But, you know, you gotta do it. I just put it on her upside down. Just cray. It's the right piece to the right piece, but I just put it in upside down. Just, you know, losing my marbles. Oh my goodness. Let me make sure I didn't mix up the sides. Yeah, it's the right piece. I just put it upside down like, girl. Every once in a while, my left-handedness, I do dumb stuff like that. There was absolutely no reason for me to be using a seam ripper today. Yeah, this is a, I'm glad I only got, I'm only making one and I'm not making a whole quilt out of this. Because there is no way, well, I would do it, but, you know, I would not be happy. All right. Let's see. Yep, I just sewed it upside down. Just, you know, tripping. Over here making stuff up. When I turned it to the wrong side, I flipped it upside down for some strange reason. And, you know, it's the other side. They all the same size, so it didn't matter because it was just upside down. I had the right side of the triangle. The other piece was upside down. All right, and I didn't hold that thread either. That's okay. It's sewed right. And it's the last one. It's like my brain just went on vacation. Like, okay, we're done. Cut off some of these extra threads while I'm over here. All right, let's see if that's the right way. Yes. It's not hard. You just, I mean, I had it there and flipped it to the wrong. I put it together, flipped it upside down to sew the other way and turned it. Just, you know, doing what I want to do. Okay, making sure I'm through that point. I'm not in a, it's no fold here, so straight into the point. My needle straight, and then pop a different pin so I'm not moving that pin now that it's in the right position. All right, now we're just gonna pin the bottom to make sure it doesn't move. And hey Margot, welcome to the chat. Sandy says those blocks you're making, they are pretty. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to cry, Kevin. I did. I wrapped that thread up real good. But here's the next one. We'll hold it. 1, 2. Sometimes when I'm live, I have too many things to do. And I forget to do something, you know. But I did not sew one stitch when I wasn't live since Wednesday. So we're going to get it done here. And what time is it? It's 9:08. So we got plenty of time. I'm about to throw my pen away. Like, get back over here. You know how much that pen costs? Stuff is not cheap or reasonable. Not even cheap, but just reasonable. But I remember when Joann's was Cloth World. I know, ancient, right? Remember they had like either 2 for $1, 3 for $1 bins, and you could go in there and get like seam rippers, bobbins, needle threaders, all kinds of, you know, not fancy stuff, but they worked. I still got some of those seam rippers, and they still sharp. I see people changing seam rippers a lot, their blades. I have never had to change a seam ripper blade. Weird. All right, we got that on here right. I just want y'all to know it's right now. They all look the same color from back there, but when I come up here, you can see the color. All right, other side. I have to line up these little points I got. Then pull my fabric back the other way. Pull out this thread. And stop when I get to the seam line right there. It's a little bit, uh-oh. I'm gonna have to do a backward stitch by hand because the Bernina will give me a forward stitch and I don't want the pucker when you're doing set-in seam. So I don't normally roll my machine back by hand, but yeah, this was an emergency. An emergency. Okay, let's get a pin, put it into where it needs to be. Get a different pin, pop it in here, and I'm gonna start stitching at this end instead of putting a pin. We'll do this one a little different, see if it matters on the last one. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, cut that off, cut this off, cut this off, and press. Woohoo! No more set-in seams. No more set-in seams. Woohoo! Like for real, I am not joking. Woohoo! Oh my God. Okay, let's turn this around. Woohoo! And away you go. All right, let's show this block. I can throw this away. I don't need this because we are not doing this. You know how sometimes you'll keep the instructions for stuff? Oh, no. Okay. I'm putting my 4 quadrants together, even though I don't have the corners on the other 3. I just want you to see what it looks like. It's gorgeous. She does a great job picking out fabrics. So where I had 4 of these units, when we put the blocks together, it's making the other of that unit. Woohoo! She did change it to do it this way in the quarters, but I changed how she pieced it together so I didn't have to do all set-in seams. So I just changed. She tells you to piece it. I haven't even looked at the piecing instructions on here because she had you put the, she had you doing, let me just show you. She had you piecing it like this, which means I would have had a whole lot of more set-in seams, and I wasn't trying to do that. So I just did it where I could eliminate as many set-in seams as I could. So yeah, I'm happy. No more set-in seams. That's going to be in my new theme song. Thank you, Margot says. Beautiful work, T, as always. Sandy says, my goodness, that it is. It's a beautiful block. It's a lot of work. I worked on it before I came live on Wednesday. I cut everything, and I had even sewed this quadrant, and I had started sewing some other pieces, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just sewed this one quadrant when I came live, and I had cut everything out. But yeah, this is not a block you want to work on alone. You need friends. I need friends. I need friends. Okay, so now I'm just going to sew these other 3 corners on. Let me get this thread tail. When it cut, it tucks it underneath. Says you don't have to pull it, but then it turns into a rat's tail, rat's nest, or whatever you want to call it up under there. And I don't like my blocks looking like that. I don't like it, man. When I have like white on white or black on black that I'm trying to match up, I have to like look over my glasses to see that. Look at that, y'all. I'm chain piecing. Look at God. Hi, Quilter Nana. Welcome to the chat. And she says her rent is paid. Thank you. Sandra says it's pretty. It's a beautiful piece from Michelle. That's some expert piecing right there, folks. You got that right. You won't see that all over YouTube. It's like I have just enough play in my block. Like when I told you all I had the fabric folded, it wasn't folded enough that I knew it was going to be horrible looking in my block. So I let it go. I will rip, but I do know when I don't have to rip, because I won't turn in a bad block. But, I have a lot of years of experience. Whoops. A lot of years of experience with quilting. As I said, Wednesday, if you can do a Dear Jane quilt, you can piece anything. And I've done a Dear Jane quilt. I can piece anything if I want to. Do I enjoy it? Right now, I like a challenge. Doing the 1 quadrant was just fine. I don't need any more. But I would do it if I had to. I would do it if I had to. All right. So we're just going to sew these together. See where we are. My seams are all going to be going the same direction. I kind of figured that. So we're going to put some pins so we know nothing's going to move. It still may not be perfect, but we'll see when we get there. I did press some seams open, so that's going to help. And I'm going to angle these pins, and right here. All right, let's see how this one looks. Oops, I got to hold the top or put a pin in it. Let's put a pin just to hold it, so when I'm putting it under there, it doesn't move. All right, here we go. 1/4 inch seams. And I won't be able to see this one until I sew the other one because, you know, now I'm acting like I can't break my thread, you know? Because I'm chain piecing. Hello? I told y'all I was not joking about being done with the set-in seams, okay? um... Bonita says, fantabulous. Clovis says, good evening to everybody. Beautiful block. Hey, Clovis. Welcome to the chat. So now I'm going to press this one so we can get these quarters sewed together. Let that cool for a minute. My hand absorbs some of it. I agree with Brother Kevin, expert piecing. Okay, Sandy. Hi, Yolanda, Reza. Thank you, Quiltanana. Hi, Rhonda Barlow. Welcome to the chat. Michelle says, Kevin, she is the YouTube quilting queen. Laughing out loud. Right. I'm like, folks don't be showing you the real stuff. Everybody can, you know, make a 4-patch. They're going to have to do some studying to come up with this without paper piecing. I'm just saying. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can paper piece too. But this one you can't paper piece. That's the whole point. Because we would have paper pieced it. Because she had already modified. The entire quilt was done with hand piecing. And she had modified everything that she could. This was the problem, child. Nobody wanted. So. But yeah. This takes patience. Okay, I want to pull this back. The seam looks straight, so I'm going to just stick a pin in it. It looks straight to me. All right. So. All right. I need to figure out how I'm going to get some shelving in this trailer I got. I'm going to have to, I guess, go out there with some rulers and stuff. I'm trying to ignore the trailer. It's the big, you know, when they say the big, I call it the big red elephant in the room because I have a quilt that I call the big red elephant in the room. So I don't call it the white elephant. I'm trying to ignore that trailer that's sitting right now in my driveway, okay? It's like I can use it for retreat without shelving, so I'm not like pressed. But I really would like to get some shelving put in there, either metal shelving or have some wood shelving made. I'm pressing these seams open, guys, just so you know what's going on here. I'm using my little press stick. I can press hard as I want because it's on top and it's only pressing the seam. It's not pressing the block or distorting it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Put that up there. I'll show it to you in a minute. You have to wait your turn. Hi, Janice Miller. Welcome to the chat. Says, I love the block. Beautiful colors. Thank you. I didn't pick the colors, but I'm just piecing. This is our Gills raffle quilt. So you all will be knowing I'll be selling some tickets. It'll be, the drawing will be at our quilt show for 2027, not this year. September. But we always try to get our quilt made a year before so we can go around to the local quilt shops, any festivals we try to sell tickets to. But you can't sell tickets if you don't have the quilt ready. You know, you sell more tickets if they see the quilt. So, yeah, it's going to be really pretty. Here's the block, y'all. Half of it anyway. Whoop, whoop. Again, I'll show you the full thing up close when it's done, but it is so pretty. Let's see. Yolanda Riza is in here saying her rent is paid. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome to the chat. Quiltanana says gorgeous block. Thank you. Thank you. And what else? Rhonda Barlow came in. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, girl. Hey. Michelle says, I have 2 friends that make Dear Jane quilts a few years ago. They are beautiful. So much work. Yes, it is. And the Dear Jane book does not tell you how to piece anything. It just gives you a block diagram. It doesn't give you cut sizes or anything. It's just a photo of the block and a diagram of the block. No piecing. Now, they may have updated the Dear Jane book and maybe it's different nowadays for folk, but it was not for me. And I got the old book and I ain't trying to buy a new one. I do want to do another Dear Jane, but even if I did, I'm not trying to buy another book. I don't care what they got in that book. I did it once, I'll do it again. It was a fun challenge. I say that very lightly because sometimes I wanted to scream. But you ever did something you thought you couldn't do and you were successful at it? That's the best compliment to your work when you see it done. Because I didn't know I was an advanced quilter until I did Dear Jane. And people go, I knew you could do it, because I'm like, I can't do all that. I'm not doing all of that. That's too little. That's too this. That's too that. It's like once I got over all the negativity, it turned out to be fun. Some blocks still were more challenging than others, but it was a fun endeavor. And then don't even talk about the triangles. Some people will do the 169 blocks and won't do, what is it? I don't know, 13 is 26, 52 triangles, and then there's 4 corner triangles, so 56 triangles. Yeah, they'll just put a plain border on it, some people. But some people do it all. I didn't even look at my seams, y'all. I'm just sewing. I'm like, I'm an expert piecer. I don't have to look. I'm going to be over here with the seam ripper. Because y'all know I ain't sending nothing that's, that I did out of here looking tore up. So. Laughing at myself now. Trying to make sure I get like one stitch before the pin, before I take it out, because I'm trying to keep those seams in position as long as I can. And I hope I got my differential feed foot, or whatever they call it, because Benita renames everything anyway. I got that on here, so I hope it didn't move it. We're gonna press it open and act like everything's fine. Let's put this one up and get the long one, the long press stick. And another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and press this one direction. I'm gonna press this one direction. then put it on my stick and press it open. Because I want to make sure I don't press in a fold. So it's more than one way to skin a cat. Not that I would skin a cat, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness. Whoops. I want to make sure I get this nice and flat. So I'm going to let that cool right there for a second. Let's see. Betty Ward, welcome to the chat. Say she just woke up from her nap. That means you're going to be up all night. Unless you in Cali. What time is it? 9:31. Okay, Carol Williams says, okay, because she says I shave, but she means I have always wanted to do a Dear Jane quilt. They want to do the border. They won't do the border. Some people won't, some people do. All right, now that I've let this dry, it's like a little raised up, so I just want to press it back. I just want that seam to set. Once that seam sets, I don't have to worry about my seams moving anymore. But I'm gonna take it and put it on here. Show y'all one last time. My block is all done. Mostly set in seams, but I figured out now how to not make them all set in seams. So I did planning. Just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful block. The quilt we're making is a beautiful quilt. It's got about 5 or 6 different blocks, and the way that they're placed around the quilt, it is just beautiful. But yeah, that's the end of that. Thank you, Jesus. Like, for real. Okay. All right, so I want to just fold these in half. I do have a few things I want to show you, but I need a couple of checkbook covers, and I wanted to see if this size would work. And I know y'all like, who's writing checks? Well, there are a few places that if you use credit card, you got to pay extra 3 to 5%. And when you paying, say, $3,000 for something, do you know what 5% is? I ain't trying to do that. So I have reordered checks for both personal and business. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Because I'm cheap. And the reason that made me do that is also, it was something, it wasn't the trailer. What was it that wanted me to pay? I was online, and even online, oh, it was the bus, for the bus trip. I was trying to pay it online, and they wouldn't let me pay online unless I agreed for them to charge me an extra 3 to 5%, and I'm not doing that. So I'm trying to figure out, like, is this in the right place? I think so. When I fold this down, and I'm not even gonna change my thread. Let me show you what I'm using first. I am using the leftover from making my bag. This fabric I had quilted. This was leftover soft and stable, and didn't have any fabric because I just quilted my fabric to soft and stable. This is what was around it left. So it wasn't wide enough for me to cut what I needed. This is just a trial run, what I got here. And so I just wanted to use what I had. So I just sewed on this blue piece and then I just stitched it on. I'm about to stitch this label down. So, and then on the back, it even has, because I quilted that to 2 pieces of fabric for that patchwork duffel bag. That's where this came from. Let me increase this stitch length, y'all. And I don't even know if my label is straight or nothing. I don't really care. It's a checkbook cover, but you know, I thought I'd put it on here anyway. But that's what I'm doing. So I'm stitching this down. I have cut 3 pieces of fabric that is 6 by 7. And I just folded 2 of them in half. They're going to be the pockets on the inside for me to tuck the cardboard of the checkbook in it. Oh, Lord Jesus. One more. Okay. It's in the right spot. Thank you. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut this off. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty checkbook cover, but you know, it don't need to be all of that, okay? So I cut 3 pieces that were 6 by 7. I folded the edges down on this just one time because hopefully this shouldn't show in the middle. And then I did these 2. I think I really would have liked some interfacing in these, but you know, I don't have it. But what I will do is I'll stitch the fold down. How about that? All with white thread, you know, because it's just a test. And then I have a front that's like 7 by, I don't know, 7.5, something like that. So I'm going to put all this together and just do a flip and sew. That's my intent. So this is, that's why I put solid on the inside, because I don't know what's going where. So I'm going to just put this here. And pull that out. Cut the strings, y'all. Driving me crazy already. And then I'm just going to use, some clips to hold this down. I'm going to just do a flip and sew and turn this thing out and pray it works. That's all. That's what I'm trying to do. Hope it work. If not, I'm going to be pulling the thread out of my pretty fabric. We're not going to let that happen around here. Okay, so I got the pockets clipped with the, I stitched the fold. So the fold is in like this. It should be right sides together. I'm so goofy. I'm trying to mess this up already. Turn it over, right sides together. I don't know. I think quilt knit stitches bust a few brain cells or something. It's burst a few of my brain cells. The stress of all of that. And then on top of that, I went and, you know, spent more money on a trailer. So I'm to the point now I don't even want to buy nothing because I don't want to spend my money. All right, so I got it now right size together because there is no right size to the blue. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put this on top, right sides together, but it's smaller than this piece right here because it's going to be behind the pockets. So I didn't think I needed it to be the size of the quilt. I could put some stabilizer like to make it, but I got soft and stable in here and I'm thinking I don't need that. And then when I get it all done, I think what I'll do is I'll stitch the center seam so that I'll have a fold line. That's the plan anyway. So let's see what happens. Let's see if I can find the middle, because we want to make sure this is equal distance on both sides of the pocket. That's my plan. I'm trying to make this as quick as simple as I can. But, oh, it's right here at the thread. Over here. It's right here at the thread. And then it should just line up. Right there. Alright, and then we use some more clips. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Chris Smith Calavo. Welcome to the chat as well. I don't think I saw your name earlier. Okay, and I'm using the bigger clips because I'm using soft and stable, y'all. All right. I think I can sew all the way around this and don't have to leave an opening because this is not at the bottom. So that's why I didn't make it that size. All right, 1/4 of an inch seam all the way around, and we'll see what happens after that. I could have rounded the corners, but you know, it's a checkbook cover. It's not hardly ever gonna come out. I use checks when I pay for Scrap Quilting Club, the bus, taxes. I try to go online and pay it, but like when you got to go do your plates, they'll mail them to you, but then you waiting for that. So I just go get them done. And I might just stitch around this twice. Maybe once is good. Oh my God, I need one more stitch. Maybe once is good. I'll put my check register in here and see if it's tight or not. And then if it's not tight, I can edge stitch around it. Uh-oh, might be. We can make it work. It was like that 1/8 of an inch, one stitch too short or too long, you know. We'll just angle it back in. It's a checkbook cover. All right. All right, let's clip some of these corners because I'm using soft and stable. I'm gonna trim, I'm gonna grade it a little, not just trim it, but grade it as well. Okay. All right, now I done all that cutting and I think I'm right because I didn't drop these to the bottom. It's been so long since I made a checkbook cover. I should just have to flip this out and then flip the pockets out, technically. Yeah, see, this is like this. And then on the other side, sure, I can do some pressing. And I probably could do that with the pockets out. And then these pockets now flip out and it's gonna cover that. It's like been so long. My checkbook is so raggedy, y'all. I only had one because I had one before the business and I never made one for my business. So I'm like, you may as well make two, but I got one. I don't know if I'll get two, but this was quick. It was painless. It was exactly how I thought. I just need to see how it fits if I'm just measuring. That's why this is a test. So this is what it looks like without being pressed. The piece that I had on top that's short is right here underneath all of that. So now let's put this up, and that up. And we want to press. Instead of me using batting, you know, I use soft and stable. So I have 15 minutes. I still didn't show y'all the stuff that I bought. But I wanted to get my checkbook cover made. Isn't that selfish? It's like, I'm tired of being just, I got one thing done. You know, especially when it was already half sold. I done it in 2 sewing sessions. So I'm trying to do more. Get more accomplished over here. And it looks kind of cute with that extra blue out there too. I'm just pressing a line. Don't want to hit my label, my tag. I'm trying to just press a line so I know where center is if I need to sew that. Because I'm thinking with foam that if you press the center, it'll give it memory. Let me see, where is my stuff? Let me put stuff in here. This is not 328. Okay. Okay, so I got room to stitch around it. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'll have all of my seams. I think I might have room to do an 1/8 of an inch stitch around the whole thing. It's going to look weird though on the blue. Let me show it to you. This is what it looks like. I think I have room to stitch around it. Let me show it this way because I don't want to show my checking account number. Hold on, I was trying to make sure before I put it up. This is how it's open and now it's not flat. But I think it's because it's just freshly made. I could also stitch a seam here and it'll give it memory for a fold. But it'll be white thread because that's what I got in here. So I don't know if I want to do that, if I'm not going to stitch all the way around. Let me take my checks out and just show you with the register, which is an older register, y'all. The last time I bought checks was in 2015, okay? So this is how it's fitting in here. I don't think I need to stitch around. And this is because I just pressed it for the fold. So I got this press in here. I'll have to get that out. But who cares for a checkbook, right? And I didn't have to do any hand sewing at all. 2015 was the last time I bought checks. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So, what do you all think? Isn't that cute though? Yay! I got one. I got my personal register with my, I think that's the personal register. Let me see. What number? Yep. Personal register with my business check. So I picked up the wrong stuff when I came in here. All right, let me show you what I got from Checker Distributors. How come I'm not seeing any? Oh, I did not know. This whole time it's been stuck on the chat and I thought y'all weren't talking to me. My husband says, why are you laughing out loud? She doesn't even have to look. Laughing out loud. He doesn't even have to look. Beautiful blocks. Thank you, everybody. I'm wondering what's in her drink. You know what's in this drink? I haven't had this in a long time. It's from Quick Trip. And it's that blue slush. I got it today when I did the post office run about 2 o'clock. And I still have it. I actually put it in the freezer. I said, girl, you don't need all that sugar. I haven't had it in so long. It was so good. I was just drinking it straight down. I had to get rid of it. So I bought enamel pen. This one says #1 fabric collector. And I don't have any price sheets in here, y'all. #1 fabric collector. I just thought it was pretty. I wanted one. So I'm going to take that out. If you're fortunate to win a door prize at the Teaquilts quilt retreat, you might get one too. I'm just saying. Also, if you're fortunate to win a door prize at the Teaquilts quilt retreat, that's the door prize that I pull on Saturdays, just so you don't get it mixed up. Yeah, I do little prizes. This right here is something different. I like to try different stuff. It's called Twisted Bees Maker Bee Mini Lotion. And so I'm thinking, because this one is a mini, they must have a bigger one. But I just wanted to see what it was. And so if I get to see what it was, some of y'all at the quilt retreat will get to see what it is too, okay? So yeah. I always like lotion because, you know, but it was weird because I don't know how you, maybe I need to read, okay? I just want to jump right in. I'm like, it's not a regular lotion. It looks like beeswax. But I want to know if you rub it in your hand. All natural lotion blend that helps provide silky, protective hydration without feeling greasy. All natural ingredients. And then they don't even tell you how to use it. I am going to assume that you take this thing out because it's like a piece of beeswax. I'm going to, is it on the bottom? No, it's just the ingredients again. They don't even tell you how to use it. So I'm going to assume you just take it and rub it. Because it's like beeswax, right? Heat. Okay, now I have it on my hands. Yes. I can throw this away because that ain't helping me. And then it's always the test, like you wait like 30 minutes and see what your hands feel like after you put it on. And I always try to go through. So I got that too. So I try it, you try it, okay? I think these are mine. I got needle minders because I'm gonna be putting these into my hand sewing kits. And it's a sewing machine. I just thought it was pretty. It's magnetic so that it holds your pens. You can see on the back here has a clip. The enamel pen has this right here, 2 clips so that you don't lose it because it's longer. So I like that too. I don't know what these things cost. I got 2 more. And I bought a pattern. I saw this at Jackman's when I was there, Maple Island Quilts. It was, you can make this in numerous sizes. And I thought even if you did this, you could also make it that they were quilt rows as well, making them in different sizes. So I got this pattern that's more like a table runner pattern. But I think anytime you have a table runner pattern, you can also use it to make a quilt if you want. And I love Maple Island Quilts patterns. Anyway. Some more needle minders. These have moved because of travel, so they're not in here right, but that's okay. We're gonna, you know, use our imaginations because they're all over the place. But I like that it came on this magnetic stand, which I get to keep right here. So it's a metal stand, and then it has needle minders that are a thimble. And it's got some kind of cloud with it. Oh, it all took off my mic. My mic has a magnet on it too. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get stuff back together. It's trying to strip me over here. Okay, so I'm putting this back in the box for right now, or half in the box, and I'm just gonna take off the needle minders so that I can show you what they look like. Okay, this is a pin cushion. They all have a cloud on them, and it just says needle minder, and it doesn't have a company name that I can see on top. It just says made in China, which everything is just about. Some scissors. And a sewing machine. And they all kind of have like rainbow-ish colors, but not really, because they're just the red, orange, and yellow for the most part. All right, so I got that. I'm trying to figure out how did I get this in and out of this box, because it sure act like it don't want to go back in there now. But I'm gonna put this in the bag because of all this stuff on here. But I can't imagine the way it ripped off my mic that this stuff gonna fall off of this thing. But it did move. It did move a little bit in shipping, you know. But all right, I want to hurry up and get that back in the box. All right, that's that. Other things I got for the maybe for door prizes, maybe. I'll take me one. I got these. I had purchased these before and showed you these years ago. And I really like these. I like using this in my car. You can clean your dashboard. You can clean your sewing room. You can clean your house. So, of course, I'm going to keep one. But it's been a while since I've had one. So, it extends out. And then I thought you could bend. Maybe not anymore. It used to be that you could bend. But anyway, I can reach over here and clean, you know. Get the little stuff without having to go over there. Okay. But yeah, I like that. So this one's mine. Everything I buy, I'm going to tell you right now, if I give you a gift, you better know I already have it for myself. Okay? That's mine. The rest of them, going for some door prizes somewhere. All right, the next thing I got, because I need one and I wanted to see how their brand worked, because I've been using, I guess it's Clover's blue washable pen, but I've never used Soline's pens. So I wanted to try those. And since I was trying it, you know, they're going to go for door prizes. But I got the Soline Styla water erasable ink, smooth ceramic point designed for fine fabrics. Well, let's see what this do. Yeah, we're gonna go over 10. Well, I don't have that much to show you. I don't have too much. We'll see. Let's just open one, okay? And we are gonna, I don't have any fabric in here that I can mark on because I didn't get any extra fabric of the light. Let's mark on this. So this got stabilizer on it. Oh, it writes nice, but it says this ceramic. It looks nice. Am I giving these away? Look at that. It wrote really nice. It's not a marker tip. It's ceramic. And it feels really good. So I'm going to be testing this out. I'm going to put this in my bag making because whenever I need to mark stuff, instead of going up there when I'm live, I tend to go into my bag making bag since it's just sitting right here. But yeah, very nice. So over there for some door prizes. This is for some door prizes. I don't know where, so don't be looking. And go, I didn't see that. It wasn't for you, okay? It wasn't for you. Yeah, I'm silly. But sometimes you have to say that because people be looking for stuff everywhere. I have a lot of groups that I'm members of, okay? Okay, let's try cutting some more. I was trying not to cut the whole thing. I know why it's packaged like this, but you don't yet. And you've seen this on my channel too. But I thought, let me let some other people try this stuff. I have never even tried it, y'all, because I got so much of other stuff around here. Matter of fact, I see it sitting right there, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, I ain't even got to open this box, okay? It's a whole box of it. It is the Premium Quilting and Crafting Spray from Magic. And it's like your travel size for going places. It's fragrance and flake free. Removes wrinkles and flattens seams. Reduces stretching for point matching. Improves accuracy for cutting and sewing. Whole bottle, they're telling you the whole bottle at a 45-degree angle. Spray, quilt, and crafting material evenly with steady sweeping motion. Maintain 8-inch distance from sprayer to material. If needed, at recommended setting for additional, if needed, at recommended setting, for additional stiffness, respray material and iron again. They kind of missed some words or something. They lost me a little bit. But anyway, somebody else gonna have the opportunity to get lost. And hopefully in the ones down here that they've reworded how they're saying this on this bottle, because it don't make sense, because they never said to iron with the iron, but they'd say re-iron again. Okay. But I'm gonna put this back here so I can use this and let y'all know my opinion of it. I already have it, so I don't need one. And then this is mine, because they only had one. I don't normally buy fabric because I have to pay for shipping, and I don't like paying for shipping. But I went ahead and bought some stuff because I need some door prizes. So I bought this. This is Island Boutique, and this brand is this layer cake is Sunset. That's the name of the fabric line, is Sunset. Let me show it to you again. Sunset. In case you all are trying to find it. They only had the one. Then I thought, it's a lot of times that we have layer cakes and we don't have the neutrals. And so I ended up ordering some neutrals. And trying to see. I don't want to mess this up, y'all. So this is called Vanilla Cream. It's a 10-karat gem, because you know layer cakes and jelly rolls and all that stuff is patented, okay? It's copyrighted. It's trademarked, or shall I say. So this is called, did I say what it was called already? Yeah. Vanilla Cream is the name of this. And I don't know how many. It's not, it's all cotton. It's not, Batiks is cotton. It's not batiqued, but it's 100% cotton. And it has a lot. So I'm going to say you probably got at least 20, maybe 18 to 20 different fabrics in here. And the fabrics are just gorgeous. So you already know I'm going to keep one, right? Yeah. So I'm going to keep one. You can't see these fabrics from back there, y'all. Is Darcy in the chat? You home from Portugal already? I bet that was a fun trip. Did you have fun? So yeah. So y'all can't see it, but the fabrics in here are really pretty. So if you're doing a neutral quilt, you're not having to use, this is like it's vanilla cream. So it's creamy. It's like tans, taupes, that type of thing, but not too dark. It's a little bit of like caramely colors in here. But yeah, this is really pretty. So I got 4 of those. 3 of them will probably be, door prizes somewhere. I wonder where the other one's gonna be. And then I ordered 4 of these. Uh-oh, it's coming out of the wrapper. The whole wrapper is coming off. Hold on. All right. So this is the last thing. I'm trying to get this back on here so I don't mess this up and have it come off later by accident. Okay, this one is again by Wilmington Fabrics. It's 10 karat gems called Magic Colors. Let me show you that color. And then all of these fabrics are in there. Again, I don't know how many different fabrics because they don't say on the outside. 42 pieces. So I'm just going to say somewhere between 18 and 21 different fabrics. Because sometimes you buy these and they might have 3 in some, you know. I'm just trying to show you some. And I like that they're solid tone on tone, but they're not like straight solid like Kona cotton. Let me show you the texture again. And is it any other textures? Let me see. So I could have sworn I see like some curly cues in that purple, but hold on. Let me see if there's anything else. Am I like, you know, like something was. So there is other textures in here. I saw some pluses. Very tiny pluses. I see some trellis vine. Let me show you this one on the blue. So it's still reading as a tone on tone, but there is some with texture. But most of them are the solid look that's on the front. I only saw one like that with the blue so far. So I don't know. I only saw one with the blue. And they might be repeating these fabrics because I see this light blue again in the back. So they're repeating. So if you might only have 10 different fabrics in here. I don't know. Because I see that light blue. Let's see if I can find the plus. Because it was only one plus fabric too. Only the light blue had the floral. And this looks like the cover fabric right here. And the bottom fabric. So it's repeated, y'all. So 1. And I didn't see that plus fabric back there. So this is 1, 2. I'll tell you how many it is. 3, 4. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 fabrics in this. So, showing you the plus fabric so you can see it. But yeah. So, that's what this is. I figure, you know, next time I need to make something, I'll be ready, right? Like, if I want to do a tote bag and make it scrappy like I did this up here these bags are not done, guys. I am ignoring them right now. I don't know why. But I had to do this block. I need some checkbook covers, so I need to do those. But we'll be back on this next week. I have been just ignoring those bags, okay? Yeah. So So I'll just slide that right there for right now because that's mine. All of this stuff gets put back. This one's mine. All of this gets put back. So I'm in the process of trying to get stuff organized so I know what it is that what goes to what. And I had some other stuff that I showed you all in the last haul, but I realized I didn't have enough. I needed a couple more items, and so I've been doing that. And I'm trying to think. It seems like I ordered something for, oh, I just didn't show you all because people are watching. I ordered something for one of the door prizes, but I got people that watch my live, so I didn't want to show that. Okay. So yeah, so that's it. Let's see. Read these last comments and then I'm going to get off of here. I'm wondering what's in her drink. Awful happy to have those set in seams complete. Right. I told y'all when I said it, I'm like, I'm really happy. If you were sewing this block, you'd be dancing or doing a jig over here. I'm just telling you. Hi, everyone. That's Darcy. I read that one. Speaking of checks, did you get my check? Yes, I did. And I mailed off your order yesterday. Here's my phone. Let me see. I mailed it off yesterday, but let me make sure. I'll give you, because I've been to the post office every day this week and I can't remember. I can't remember what day I've done what. I know I've done it. Let me just search for your name. I need to fix me something to eat. My husband cooking and got me hungry. It doesn't serve as you created a shipping label. Here it is. Let's see. What day is this? It was May 7th. So it wasn't yesterday. I mailed it Thursday. Let me check your tracking. I'll check it for you live, girl. It says it was delivered in at mailbox today at 12:29 p.m. That's what it says. Let me do this. Sometimes my emails don't go through, so let me see if I can send you an email. Let me see if I can send you. Yeah, hold on. It's not right. And sometimes it works. Okay, and then I'm going to paste. Did I just copy it and paste it? I guess I didn't copy it, huh? I thought I did a screenshot. Maybe I just need to attach. Hold on. Let's do attach. I thought it would paste in. There we go. It finally popped up. All right. It just took a minute to get over there. So I'm sending you an email with the thing. All right. So who else? Did you receive all of your ordered fabric? Did you receive? I received substitute fabric. I did not receive all the fabric that I originally ordered. I received the fabric. I received the number of pieces that I ordered. Shall I say that? So yes, to that question indirectly. Ray Mahone says, I don't have no sound. I think it's my end. Yeah, I think you're the only one. Nobody has mentioned it. So yeah. And Michelle was helping them. So thank you, Michelle. Penny Pipes. Hello from Southern Indiana. I don't know if you're still here, but hello. I'm just reading the chats now, so I'm sorry. What are the ingredients? What are the ingredients? Rhonda Barlow. Ingredients for what? Oh, she talking to me? I don't know. Oh, she wants to know what's the ingredients in this lotion. It's got a lot of stuff in here. Shea butter, avocado oil, beeswax, which I knew, rose geranium oil, rosemary oil, aloe vera gel, and it says all organic. I'm like, what's the ingredient? I'm like, am I cooking something? Okay. Great for foundation piecing, multiple seam meeting at one point. That's for the starch. So thank you. That's for the magic stuff. So Holly says the crafting spray is not bad. I add some Terrio Magic for extra boost. I do have Terrio Magic that I have not used either. I had it for last year's quilt retreat, and with us not getting the trailer, so much stuff like the generic stuff never made it to retreat because it was just too much making. I think I made like 3 or 4 trips, and I had my husband's car, my car, and my daughter's car because we didn't have the trailer. That's another reason I bought the trailer, because I'm not doing that anymore. My brother says good night to everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing mothers, and stay safe still and enjoy your life. Thank you, sir. You too. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow, but I'll be running through my sister's house tomorrow. I know everybody is. We're just picking up plates tomorrow. Betty says, got a package today and just did not open it yet. That's it, Betty. It's got Teaquilts on it. Michelle the Quilter says, thank you, Ray. Happy Mother's Day as well to all mothers and godmothers and pet mothers. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. I hope you enjoy your day. That's Sandra. So that's going to be it, guys. I am like done for real. I will see you all Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to go fix me something to eat. I'm trying to think. I ate once today. What did I even eat? Oh, I had one of those little individual like school pizzas, those little small pizzas, and then I had a salad, and that's all and I had this a quick trip thing. That's all I've had all day. So I'm gonna go fix me like some real food. Well, salad is real food because I'm gonna make salad again. I'm trying to incorporate salads into 1 or 2 meals every day because it's just ridiculous. Because I'm a starch lover. I like snack bags. I like stuff like that. So I'm trying to like lay off of some of that, but still enjoy life, but adding more. I eat vegetables all the time, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm incorporating a lot more vegetables. I could care less about meat most of the time, but yeah. So I'm trying to, eat at least 2 salads a day is what I'm trying to do. Fill up on salad first. And then I won't think about all the other stuff. So that's going to be it, guys. You all stay blessed, be safe, everyone, and quilt out. Goodbye.